If this video saves even just one life, then every last bit of my effort making this will have been worth it. Today, we are going to talk about the dangers of energy drinks. Chest pain, inflammation, pain, bleeding, and ulcerations in the small intestine and stomach, higher stomach acid, heart palpitations, nausea and diarrhea, tremors, anxiety, seizures, heart attacks, cardiac arrhythmias, increased blood stickiness to the point of having a cardiovascular profile of someone with heart disease, and declined blood vessel function are all some of the symptoms of energy drinks. Energy drinks are classified as supplements instead of soft drinks. This is done to bypass the legal limit of caffeine allowed in a beverage, and sadly, adolescents are consuming these beverages. Giving these drinks to adolescents is damaging their hearts before they have even fully developed. If you don't believe me when I say young people are consuming these beverages, then you probably live under a rock or need to get out of the basement more often. The overdose symptoms of caffeine include jitters, nausea, anxiety, restlessness and nervousness, increased heartbeat, heart palpitations, cardiac arrhythmias, insomnia, sweating, dizziness, vomiting, and even cardiac arrest. The main problem is that caffeine stimulates the nervous system and essentially puts the body in overdrive. It's like redlining your car. In the world of natural health, we call this tapping the endocrine system over time. Overstimulating the body eventually wears it down. The endocrine system has to deal with the stress and eventually becomes weakened, causing fatigue and immune disorders. It especially taps the adrenals, and I have a feeling these beverage companies try to neutralize the tapping effects with adaptogens such as ginseng. Ginsengs are regarded as the greatest herbs in the world of herbalism for increasing youthfulness, mainly through the endocrine system. But if used improperly, they can be very, very dangerous. Ginsengs are commonly found in energy drinks. Ginseng is a stimulant, and when it's added with caffeine, they both begin to overstimulate the body and wreak havoc on the heart and other systems. Ginseng is meant to be taken with other herbs that can counteract possible negative effects. It is also supposed to be used as a caffeine replacement on its own, not with excessive caffeine in those energy drinks. Side effects of too much ginseng are diarrhea, nausea, headaches, nosebleeds, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, breast pain, dry mouth and lips, excitation, fidgeting, irritability, restlessness, tremors, palpitations, blurred vision, dizziness, insomnia, increased body temperature, edema, decreased appetite, seizures, convulsions, delirium, itching, bleeding, and fatigue. This is why it is very important that ginseng is taken in moderation and in the care of a health professional such as experienced herbalists. When used properly, ginsengs can greatly improve wellness, but in these energy drinks, not so much. As they say, yin and yang. Up to 13 teaspoons of processed sugar can be found in one can. As I have mentioned in previous videos, processed sugar stripped from nature's phytochemicals cannot function properly in the body. Processed white sugar without antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, in my opinion, can be very dangerous. Have you ever experienced negative effects from energy drinks? Leave a comment below with your experience. The University of Adelaide at the Royal Adelaide Hospital in Australia conducted a study and found that 250 milliliters of a sugar-free Red Bull raised the blood pressure in 30 students in just an hour. It was also found to increase the stickiness of their blood, potentially raising the risk of heart attacks or even stroke. A study was done with 667 college students up to 56 days, or 25,616 person days, to see the effects of energy drinks. The study found that they had lower sleep quantity and quality that night of consumption, with of course tiredness the next day. Once again, in the natural health industry, this is what we call tapping the adrenals. They should conduct a study again to see their kidney, adrenal, and lymph health at the end of the 56 days. A study collected 612 completed questionnaires from adolescents. 33% of them frequently consumed energy drinks. They were more likely to be involved in high-risk behaviors and consume other beverages with caffeine. They reported having headaches, anger, and increased urination. some of which were more likely to require medical evaluation for headaches and difficulty breathing. The more frequent consumers had the belief that these beverages could help them do better in school, sports, help them stay up at night, make them concentrate and focus better, or, just drink them just for fun. In multivariable logistic regression models, energy drink users had a higher likelihood than caffeinated-only beverage consumers to report having gotten in trouble at home, school, or work in the past 30 days, which corresponds with the results from the other study mentioned. I have nothing wrong with adults choosing to consume these beverages for the sake of free will. They can do whatever they want with their bodies. I really don't care, as long as it doesn't harm others that don't want to be harmed. The main concerns I have are for adolescents that do not have fully developed bodies, or have experienced life enough to make the proper decisions on their own. Do any of you remember Honey Boo Boo and her Go-Go Juice energy drink? Seriously, what the Due to the fair use law issues YouTube is currently experiencing, I won't show you the clips, but I urge you to search for her name here on YouTube. Look at the erratic behavior of that child from the energy drink and how obese her mother is. Her mother is unfit to be her guardian if she is willing to drug her child for fame. Yes, caffeine is classified as a drug and children should not be consuming it, especially with poor herbalism and nutrition used. That to me is child abuse and should not be happening ever. The research is becoming very clear that these drinks have adverse effects. Our society does not need more self-induced, mentally damaged morons. Unfortunately, the billions of dollars in sales from these companies show no indication of slowing anytime soon. Some of the beverage companies do admit they are not meant for adolescents to consume, but that doesn't stop them from purchasing the beverages. These companies say they care, but that's a bunch of bullshit. If the companies truly cared, they should regulate it with age restrictions, like they do alcohol. But even then, it does come down to the stupidity of parents. Don't be one of them. If you're a parent or know of parents allowing their children to drink these, educate yourself and them before the damage is done. I went online and happened to find an advertisement for a photo of a popular energy drink, Four Loko. Four Loko contains alcohol, which means you have to be of the legal age to purchase it. The photo said, "My mom packed me a Four Loko for lunch." All of the thousands of comments were from teens. 2 comments really stuck out. LMFAO, that one time we got my mom to get 'em and she didn't even know. She felt all young, happy because they ID'd her and she thought it was for her lotto. LMAOO. Nice grammar there, kid. That comment got over 700 likes. The other comment said, "That actually happened to me like 4 years ago, but it was the purple one and my mom thought it was Kool-Aid. Ha ha." That comment got over 800 likes. That page has 1.3 million likes. When I looked at the photo, it had only been up for 7 hours and had 34,000 likes, 33,000 shares, and 5.7 thousand comments. I can only imagine the numbers now. Kids are tricking their parents into buying these drinks. They are obviously not labeled well enough if parents are buying alcohol and stimulants for their children. The bottles look like normal energy drinks, but actually contain alcohol and sometimes stimulants. These companies use bright colors, fruit, and other obscure flavors to get people to buy them. Just eat f***ing fruit if you want an energy boost! Thankfully, there have been some bans on caffeinated alcoholic beverages. Some of these drinks have been blamed for deaths, hospitalization, alcohol poisoning, and alcohol-related blackouts, which is where these drinks got the name blackout in a can. Most of the cases were found on college campuses, which I guess is better than them being from younger groups. Even though they are banned, people are still mixing energy drinks such as Red Bull with alcohol. Genius. To those of you doing that, good luck, you're going to need it, since research clearly indicates these beverages are by no means healthy. The company Four Loko agreed to pay $400,000 to each state that was involved in settlements to regulate their beverages. The company had to remove all forms of stimulants in their beverages, such as caffeine. They cannot advertise on college campuses, use college logos or mascots in their marketing. promote binge drinking, hire actors under the age of 25 or who look under 21, and they must also monitor their social networks by removing photos of people drinking caffeinated alcoholic beverages. This is great news, but that does not neutralize the negative health effects of alcohol and other types of beverages with stimulants in them. Even just moderate amounts of alcohol can affect brain function, so you may want to reconsider drinking them. A Rutgers University study indicates that there is a fine line between moderate and binge drinking, a risky behavior that can decrease the making of adult brain cells by as much as 40%. The study reported that their moderate to binge drinking less during the week and more on the weekends, significantly reduces the structural integrity of the adult brain. Megan Anderson from the study said, moderate drinking can become binge drinking without the person realizing it. In the short term, there may not be any noticeable motor skills or overall functioning problems, but in the long term, this type of behavior could have an adverse effect on learning and memory. Using rodents that reached a blood alcohol level of 0.08%, the legal driving limit in the United States and many other countries, and found that brain cell production was affected negatively. Well, that's it for this video. Energy drink consumers seem to have a short attention span since they have to use them for studying. This video is probably too long for them. If you reached the end of this video, then be sure to share it to hopefully save lives. Hit like on this video like your life depends on it, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I upload numerous types of health videos that you won't want to miss. As always, I'm Brandon Goji. I'll see you in the next video. Stay motivated, you urban survivor. Oh boy, I screwed up my own outro. Should I just leave it like this? LMFAO. That one time we got my mom to get M, and she didn't even know. She felt all young, abbed, happy because they ID'd her, and she thought it was for her lotto. Damn, I almost did it. Oh no, my camera overheated!